All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Raiderland World Headquarters. I hope your day is going great wherever you may be calling home today, wherever you may be around West Texas or beyond. We're glad you're with us. We got a lot of stuff going on. Tech baseball, Tech softball, championships being won, Texas Tech football portal. You got guys coming in. Still got guys coming in. The draft is over. What did we learn about the draft? The Micha Hudson Saga. What do we know about that? And did ESPN know that Shadur Sanders was not going to be taken early? And they decided we're going to make this a story. We're going to pretend like we're outraged, but we're going to make this a story for 3 days because we got to sell advertising time. Well, you tell us what's on your mind tonight. It is the Monday night GBU recap of the weekend, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Stuff you liked, stuff you didn't like, stuff that was so ugly you had to turn your head. So let's get it going tonight. Everybody getting in on the United Supermarkets chat line. There's the supermarket that supports Texas Tech, puts their name on things out at Texas Tech. Then there's the other one in town that ships your money down to Austin. It puts their stuff there on scoreboards and different things. You know what I'm talking about. All right, and I've got an itch. My nose is itching. I've been sneezing all day. Been brutal. Craig says the talking box is on. Craig, you are absolutely correct. All right, so GBUs, get your good, bad, and uglies out. We got stuff for you tonight on that. We've got all sorts of things to talk about from the baseball landscape, football landscape, and beyond. I want to hear what you're thinking, so get in tonight on that United Supermarkets chat line, whether you're on our YouTube channel, right now it's Raiderland, free, don't cost nothing. Everybody should subscribe. Maybe you're on Twitter X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, same thing, or on our Facebook page like Craig, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. In 3, in 2, good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, Raiderland.com, brought to you tonight by Domino's Pizza. That's right, Domino's Pizza. You get the app, you save money. You get the app, you get all sorts of cool, awesome, what we used to call coupons. I guess we call them discounts now. Is that what we call them? Discounts? All I know is you need the app. That way you can pick it up on the way home. You can have it delivered to the hot spot, as we used to call it. Whatever works for you. Domino's, the new stuffed crust. I love the ads where they're having people sample the stuffed crust and go, hey, how does this compare to the old Domino's stuffed crust? And they're like, oh, it's really good. And they never had it before. That's what they're willing to do for you. Now, I am personally a thin crust double pepperoni. After that, the New York style. And then we kind of go from there. Also brought to you by Golf USA, 67th in Indiana and Lubbock. Stacy Nick's going to help your game get better. They got the great simulator. You can test out clubs there. Most of you guys are playing with the absolute wrong golf clubs. Now, your swing may be horrible. It's entirely possible your swing is horrible. They can do that and fix that to a point. But a lot of it is the clubs you're playing with. And I'm not saying they're going to try to sell you new clubs. That's not it. That's not the point. They could be too long, too short. Your grips could be awful. By the way, I need to get my son's clubs re-gripped this summer. He's just now getting good enough where I'm going to expend a little money on the clubs he's playing with. You go to Golf USA. You tell him we said hello. All right? All right, let's get it going. Let's make it happen. Jakob is on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. Greetings via X. We'll see if it's cooperating. Looks like it is so far. So where's your good, bad, and ugly? What were the good things over the weekend? Tech softball, the ultimate good. You get a championship. That's an ultimate good. The bad? There were probably some bad things. The ugly? The Rangers yesterday losing on a Little League home run. I've been a Rangers fan since the 70s. Grew up on the Rangers. Bad baseball. That ranked right up there with some of the worst we've ever seen. Eric Nadell's call, unbelievably honest. Good, bad, and ugly. We got Tech baseball. Are the Red Raiders on the rise? Yes, they are. Is the RPI up 19 spots at d1baseball.com? Yes, it is. And my apologies, on Diamond Talk yesterday, we had somebody on, and I don't know who it was. I'm sorry. saying that they thought the RPI would be in the 60s. I don't know if they were projecting that, had seen it somewhere, but here's the deal. We only use d1baseball.com for our RPI and our ratings rankings purposes. They're the best. Went in yesterday into the game in the upper 80s. This morning, plus 19 to 62. That is the best the RPI has been, I think, all year for Texas Tech. That is 25, 30 spots out of a at-large bid. Okay? This is not a team that's going to get an at-large bid, but it's a lot better than it was. Alan jumps in on our YouTube challenge. If you have not jumped in, and our YouTube challenge, our YouTube channel, if you have not jumped in, I challenge you tonight, everybody watching, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It don't cost nothing. The most likely outcome is ESPN knew Sanders was dropping, and they kept Mel Kiper in the dark. Seeing Kiper unspool like he did was worth it. All right, so here's my theory on what happened. I think ESPN knew. I think ESPN was being told. I think ESPN experts were being told nobody's taking Sanders in the first round, let alone the first round, maybe the first or second. He doesn't look that good. We're not going to expend a pick. But I think ESPN thought, what can we do to turn this TV show into an even better TV show? Unhinge Mel Kiper, turn everything around this draft about Deion Sanders' son, make it look like it's either racial or otherwise imbalanced, and hammer on away. And I think you saw some people on NFL.com, the NFL channel, and I think you saw some people on ESPN as the weekend went on. I think they knew, and they were bristling against it. Who was it? Was it Reese Davis who basically went off on Mel Kiper? Now, Mel Kiper's an idiot. They didn't need to do anything to make him look like an idiot. But I truly believe that going into the draft, that the smart people at ESPN listened to the people in the NFL saying, he's just not that good. We're not going to take him. But they put on a TV show, and ESPN decided, based on what we've seen over the last 10 years, the wokest network out there in the sports land, we've just been given a gift. We got prime time. We got racial things involved. We can make this happen. Good draft. I have no idea what that means. Joseph, good Tech baseball, softball, bad Mel Kiper, ugly Sanders soap opera. Softball, not good. Softball, great. If we had a great bad and ugly or a great good bad and ugly, softball gets the great. You win. It reminds me a little bit that first time the Lady Raiders won the Southwest Conference Championship in 1992. Same kind of deal. So they get a great on that. Now the thing becomes, can they? They're going to host. Can they get a super regional? I don't know that they can. Chris on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland there on our YouTube channel, free. Sign up for both of them, and on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. Mel Kiper, the Joe Lunardi of the NFL. And that's great point. Consistently wrong, never gets it right. So many other people better, but because he's platformed on ESPN, he's got to be great. Maybe this is the year that people realize and go, yeah, not so good. All right, good, bad, and ugly. Tech baseball on the rise. What did you like this weekend? What impressed you? Some emerging positives. We can talk about that tonight. Again, I'm not saying this team will get an at-large bid. I think that's impossible. But your RPI is up 19 to 62 this morning on d1baseball.com. And we can get into the Micha Hudson Saga. I did a commentary today on that. And somebody needs to get into Micha Hudson's ear and say, hey, you're a one-star recruit. You ought to be happy to have a home. You keep your mouth shut, you be humble, and you work every day, not like you're a five-star, but like the one-star you are. That's who Micha Hudson is right now to me. He's a guy who showed up hurt at Texas Tech, couldn't get onto the field even after he got healthy, flaked out on you, left, went to College Station apparently, flaked out on them, and then comes back and says, Lubbock, Texas has always been home. I really don't care, Micah. I don't care. Nothing against you personally, but be quiet. No press releases, no media, no Patrick Mahomes NIL deals. Be humble and be glad you have a home to play football and go earn it and go prove it on the landscape. Now, Texas Tech today getting another more productive and more proven wide receiver than Micha Hudson out of Incarnate Word, where all they do is produce quarterbacks that go number one, like Cam Ward, and we've seen the talent that they've had down there. And it's Roy Alexander, about 5'10". He only had like 1,000 yards receiving last year, 100 catches. But the Micha Hudson saga to me is one of somebody needs to get in that young man's ear and say, just be quiet. All right? Act like you are Wes Welker. Just grateful to have a spot. Grateful to be on a D1 team. Because, and I don't know, maybe Texas Tech just absolutely money whipped him back into the portal. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. But if there were other massively successful programs around the country that wanted Micha Hudson in the last year, they could have had him. So that was, and some people missed the point. I'm not running down Micha Hudson, all right? I'm speaking in general, that if you're Micha Hudson and you're coming back to Texas Tech, are you slinking back? Yeah, you should. 100%. You should be grateful that Joey McGuire is saying, okay, we'll take you back. And not because of any great talent, because I've yet to see any great talent on the field. I want to see it. I hope you have it. I want it to take place. But he should be the most humble player in the locker room going forward for Texas Tech. We will see, won't we? All right, you get in on the United Supermarkets chat line. Domino's Pizza making it happen for you tonight as well. One of our great sponsors. You could be ordering great pizza right now. It could happen. It could take place. I have been told you can actually still call the store and they'll answer and they'll bring pizza within 30 minutes or so. Golf USA as well. JC jumping back in on the United Supermarkets chat line. The good on the good, bad, and ugly. Goodell coming back on day 3 to introduce Sorrell, guy from TU that was last man standing in the green room and stayed. I missed that, but that's cool. All right. Missed that, but that's cool. I'll take your word for it. And Goodell, what else was he doing? I was watching the 30 for 30 last night. It was Elway to Marino. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I watched it for the third time last night. That draft is incredible, for one thing. And it was just one of the best 30 for 30s. But the whole Pete Rozelle running the draft in this tiny Sheraton ballroom in New York City compared to what we have now was pretty cool to see. Kiper. Mel Kiper would be great in Weekend at Bernie's 2. I think it'd be Weekend at Bernie's 3. We had Weekend at Bernie's 2, which is weird. Did they dig him up? By the way, product placement right there. Mel Kiper, Joe Lenardi, whoever made the comment. Yeah, good. Alan is jumping in our YouTube. Right now, it's Raiderland. Everybody, please go subscribe. Drive us over 500 on there. That'd be awesome. My wife would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Good Raider Red Steaks. By the way, thanks for getting it right for those people. Raider Red Steak. Bad the local school board election. I don't know what happened in your local school board election with somebody. Was there a knife fight? Did things get ugly? Ugly. Josh Young getting injured again. This time he's back after a game. Yeah, it's some sort of laceration, which is Latin for he got cut. And as I said to somebody this morning, he's not injury prone. He's just always hurt. You know, JC $0, no scholarship for Hudson. If fans will shut up about him playing, he might develop. We'll find out. We'll see. I mean, the first go around, he shows up injured. First off, there was that. Then, depending on who you talk to that I trust, not really dedicated to the workout program, the rehab program, and not really dedicated to learning how to run routes at the college level. That in high school, all you had to do was show up, go out on the football field, and get open. Now you got to run routes. It kind of helps. We'll see this time around. I hope I want the guy to be good just because I want the guy to be good. I want him to be good for his own self. But that's what we're talking about on the commentary today. You show up humble. You show up none of the swag, none of the anything. You got to earn it. I mean, if I were in that locker room, that's what I'd be looking at. You know, if I'd been here the last 2 years, 3 years, that's what I'd be looking for. I've been here. You want to be here? You got to make it happen. ESPN, did they know Sanders would fall? Did they create drama? Did you watch more of the draft? Did you watch more of the NFL draft this weekend than others have, or other drafts over the last couple of years? Because the ratings said you did. The ratings said you paid more attention. The ratings said ESPN gotcha on the Sanders deal. We can talk Texas Tech baseball tonight, and I hope we do, because I've seen some things over the last 4 or 5 games, the last really week and a half, that make me think this team is not quitting on Tim Tadlock. They're not dead in the water. They have to win the Big 12 tournament, all right? Every time I say anything good about them, I got to say, you still got to win the Big 12 tournament. But this year, the format is different. It's single elimination, 4 days. You got to win 4 games. That's not impossible. It's truly not. And give us your good, bad, and ugly recap of the weekend, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and otherwise, including Texas Tech softball. By the way, to Texas Tech softball, losing yesterday after clinching the title, that's okay. I hope they went out. I hope they partied balls. I hope they had a great time. I hope they showed up Sunday going, oh, shit, we got to play again? All right, whatever. Because I've seen that before, and I'm good with that. College kids, enjoy it. Alan talking on YouTube. Local school board election is nasty here. Parents threatening to secede and form their own district if certain members are elected. You in Midland or something? What's going on there? Crazy times. Jeff jumps in. Another one on YouTube. YouTube channel coming in strong tonight. Where are my Twitter people? And I know we got them out there. And Facebook, you guys jumping as well here on a Monday. Good, bad, and ugly Monday. Talking Tech baseball. Recapping the weekend. The Micha Hudson Saga. And if you want to talk ESPN and NFL draft, that's cool. Hudson has missed 2 springs and now a new offense to learn. Kid has a lot of work to do. Hopefully he puts his nose down and gets it done. That's a good point, that he's doubly behind. He didn't work out last spring. Obviously not here this spring. He is doubly behind. And that's why I say to the fans, divest yourself of Micha Hudson. Invest in Incarnate Word's Roy Alexander. If you want to get hyped up about a guy, get hyped up about Roy Alexander coming in after 1,000 yards receiving there at Incarnate Word. Do that. Alan, worse, I'm in North Tarrant County. Well, vaya con Dios, my friend. Do the best you can. I can see where that could be somewhat challenging. All right, we got another, another 5, 7, 8, 9 minutes left with you tonight. It's Monday night here in the Raiderland World Headquarters. We do good, bad, and ugly Mondays around here. The good stuff, sports or otherwise. The bad stuff, and then the stuff that was so ugly you had to turn away from it. It's been a pretty successful way to recap the weekend for about 25 years or so. 21 years? No, 20. Oh, gosh, no. It's longer than that. Dang it. Williams Night Show started in 1994. Pay no attention to me. Texas Tech baseball. On the rise. We mentioned the RPI rise. And I only do that just to say that's what happens when you take 2 of 3 from the number 16 team in the country. Let's go back to the RPI on D1Baseball.com. And thank you, Tech. You kind of screwed over the Big 12. So now it's West Virginia, your league leader by far. Oh, and Tech's going there this weekend. At number 15 in the RPI at 37-5. They are 6-3 quad 1, 7-1 quad 2. Their strength of schedule not too great. You can really mess stuff up, by the way, Tech, if you take 2 of 3 on the road at West Virginia, the Big 12, and that you would almost ensure that only one team probably gets to host an NCAA regional. There will be no national seed by the Big 12 this year. And when we say national seed, we mean top 8. That's what Tech used to do. That means you get to host a super regional if you advance. But today, West Virginia at 15, TCU at 16, Kansas at 21, Arizona drops to 24. Yeah, that gives you an idea of where the league is. One host, whoever wins the league, regular season, and then, gosh, you know, from an at-large standpoint, Kansas State sitting at 43 today. Who am I missing in here? I'm missing somebody in here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you go from Arizona at 24 on the RPI to Kansas State. All right, so all the people in the SEC talking about can A&M get in, they're at 41 on the RPI, Kansas State 43. Arizona State 46 now. BYU 55, that's who you finish up the regular season with. UCF 58. Now, those teams are ahead of you. That's the sad thing for Texas Tech. But I'm just putting this out there to show again that there's no path to an at-large bid for Tech. You've got to win the Big 12 tournament. 4 days in May is the hashtag we use. All right. Let's see. Let's go back to the conversation. He's on Facebook Live. David gets in tonight. Good rain, bad, not enough rain, ugly, came with hell. All right. So for us at Raider World Headquarters, no rain, and no hell. So we didn't have the hell, which is good, but we didn't have any of the rain. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Alan, Tech needs 13 more regular season wins to be in the next 4-out conversation. I disagree because here's the problem, Alan. None of those wins other than this weekend will matter. Rio Grande Valley won't matter. New Mexico State, University of New Mexico won't matter. UCF won't matter. BYU don't matter. There's nobody you can beat other than West Virginia that will matter and translate the way Arizona did, 16th ranked team. It's just not there. The math isn't there to get there. And I don't know that you can get 13 more regular season wins. But the math doesn't add up. Maybe Hudson will realize he got a second chance and run with it. The jury is out. The jury is out. Does that mean the defense rested? The defense never rest. We had a good rain in Canyon, but it came with tornadoes. Yeah. Up there on, above Hunsley Hills, not North Highgate, but Hunsley Road, I guess. The old road going back up that way. I don't know what they call it now. I know what we called it back in the 70s. Yeah, north of Hunsley Hills, got a little nasty up there. Even my son at WT, they had the sirens going in the dorm. And, of course, he didn't take shelter. Beauty of being a college student. Yeah, I've been there in Canyon where you've had 6 inches of rain in an hour, 2 tornadoes, flash flooding through the town and through Hunsley Hills into Paladera Canyon. and sadly, multiple fatalities. So I've seen what it looks like there in Canyon when it gets ugly, when it gets nasty. Hell, in one year we had multiple tornadoes, a train derailment with petroleum cars cooking off, and then the tornadoes, and then finally the flood. Great year, crazy stuff. How much time we got? Well, we got 3 minutes left. You guys get in, get some more comments in. Good, bad, and ugly recaps from the weekend. Tech baseball. Who's impressing you the most right now? Zane Petty on the pitching staff impressing me right now. We appreciated Mac Heuer showing up. Jack Siebert has been there for the last month. I think is the most consistent pitcher. Tyler Boudreau, we can work with that. Beyond that, okay, keep giving me some names. And then on the hitting standpoint, I like Lopez at the top of the order. Peyton Schultz getting inserted into the lineup has been huge since the third game there at Arizona State. And it's weird that the hitters seem to have relaxed. The only game was the second game on Saturday where, it was a 2-1 game. It was kind of weird. It's kind of wet. I'm going to chalk it up to that. Now, you've got this week, UT Rio Grande Valley. They moved tomorrow up to 1, dodging weather tomorrow night. And you hope you get, do you hope you get Wednesday in? Or do you just want one win and don't worry about it? Tell me. As one friend said, I had less than a tenth of rain, but I had 4 inches of thunder. Yeah, no kidding. Meanwhile, David Collier, KMAC 28 sports director, who can tell you all about Incarnate Word receiver Roy Alexander, he of the 1,000 yards. Jack Kubert, great video game. Totally different than Siebert, who may or may not be from Canada. Nobody knows on any of these guys where they're from, where they came from. He gets in late. He comes in off the top rope, drops in stuff like that. Must have been a hell of a radio show today. I'm assuming it was. But I hope you got enough B-roll on Micha Hudson to make it work. And Tech softball. We could have gotten into, and maybe we do tomorrow, the Quinn Ewers, was he an idiot to go to the NFL draft versus going and playing one more year of college football? That if he'd taken the NIL offer that some schools had out there, it wasn't going to be Texas. They were moving on. But he could have made anywhere between $5 and $8 million, depending on what you believe. He goes out. He finally gets drafted, and he loses about $6 million. Both markets are efficient right now. The college football market is efficient for Quinn Ewers. That it's sufficient to say his value in college football is $6 to $8 million. It's sufficient on the other side to say in the NFL, given his skill set and the marketplace, he's only worth a late round draft pick and not nearly as much money. Somebody, was saying on my Twitter feed this weekend when I said that's an efficient market, they said, no, man, it's messed up, man. If you can make more in pros than college. Obviously, they don't get it. They don't understand the markets. You guys do. But I'm intrigued to see, and will we see more guys like Ewers? I think we're already seeing it in college basketball. Let's take JT Toppin, for instance. If NIL wasn't here, and it's 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and he's had the 2 seasons of college basketball he had, do you think he comes back to a Texas Tech? Or does he do Zaire Smith and Jarrett Culver and go to the NBA? That's where you go. That's where the money is. And you might be drafted better next year. You might not be. Now, things have drastically changed. But JT Toppin can stay at Texas Tech. And the interesting debates around Quinn Ewers and everything, I don't fault him for going out, but it's a realistic deal that he could have leveraged the NFL against a college team if he wanted to and made more money in 1 year than he will make in his first 3 years if he plays, if he lasts in the NFL. Economics 101. Ryan, Senior Taj got picked, made a wise decision to stay and got paid last year. Yeah, he made more money last year coming back to Texas Tech, a wise decision on where the market was for him in the NFL last year. And then even after having a great year at Texas Tech, look where he is. And I'm not demeaning that. I am not saying, oh, that's nothing great. My God, he got drafted by an NFL team to play running back. That's incredible. But from a sheer economic standpoint, he made the absolute right decision to stay with Texas Tech last year, get another paycheck, and then go to the NFL. That he was the smart guy there in his marketplace as a running back was Quinn Ewers, that smart guy, the other way on the quarterback. You tell me. All right, if David Collier's still here, he can jump on and he can promote his show at 10 o'clock, which is on KMAC 28, Red Raider Nation, your ABC affiliate in Lubbock, Texas. And you can sometimes watch it when the people in their little IT department or social media department decide to put stuff online. It seems like maybe a couple of people quit or got fired or something because the YouTube channel for KMAC 28 and everything in Lubbock seems to be a little lacking the last couple of weeks. I mean, I just want to know, 60 seconds to start my day in the morning. I don't see anything. So I'm assuming somebody got fired or something happened there. But if Collier's still with us, he can tell us why we should watch tonight at 10 o'clock. In the morning, it'll be Tuesday's best. We give you a topic. You give us the 2 best examples. Brought to you by Kyle Rogers, our realtor in Raiderland, the public address voice of your Big 12 champion Texas Tech softball team out there at Rocky Johnson. So we'll have that going on. We'll have Raiderland hot links in the morning, the coolest, hottest links from Raiderland and beyond. We figure if we like it, you're going to like it. I like the thing we got going right now. I got this thing going, truck of the day, tacos of the day. Trucks, tacos, trucks, tacos. You get where we're going with that. So we have enjoyed the time we had today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I ask you to do one thing. No matter which platform you watch us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, and whether it's on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, subscribe to all the platforms. Go over to our YouTube channel tonight. Subscribe. You can watch it wherever you want to. Just subscribe to all. That grows it. That gets the algorithm going. That makes it even bigger than everything we've got. Domino's Pizza, you're hungry. They're still delivering pizza. Maybe you're out and around tonight, driving around. You got Little League Baseball, doing different school activities. You can pick it up on the way home. Tell them thanks for being a part of Raiderland. And for you golfers out there, gophers, kill all the golfers. Want the members to be mad? Golf USA, 67th in Indiana. I got to hit a button that ends the whole thing. We're going to post this on the website, theraiderland.com. You can share it from there, as well on your favorite social media channels. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We'll see you in the morning at theraiderland.com.